When implementing S&OP projects, we found that there's three elements that must come together: people, process, and tools. Now, putting these elements together in the right sequence is critical to getting a new and effective S&OP process in place. And when considering how they should come together, it's really kind of helpful to think of your S&OP implementation as really going through three phases or levels of maturity. We call these the engaging phase, the expanding phase, and the elevating phase. Now, any complex change, especially something like a new S&OP process that involves multiple people across different levels and different departments in an organization, getting the balance right between these elements at the right time is important. How much you focus or prioritize on people, process, or technology or tools will depend on your level of maturity. Now, to help you understand what you should focus on, we developed the change maturity continuum. Now, let me preface that getting the balance between these three elements alone will not provide the pathway to successful change and an effective S&OP process. You actually need a clear vision of your goal and a defined pathway to get there. In order to understand that element of change, I'd recommend watching our first video in this Making Change Happen series, the change model. You can click on the link below to learn more about the essentials of this change model, especially if you're here to implement a S&OP process. Now, let's define what should be the key focus in each of the stages of maturity on the change maturity continuum. So we define the first stage of maturity as the engaging stage. So in this level or this zone, we're laying down the foundation for change with the primary focus being on people, supporting that with some process and some technology. This is where we're setting the organizational alignment through all of the teams and departments involved in the S&OP project. People are beginning to learn their roles and responsibilities as part of the change. But how do we make this happen? Well, and I just want to say that I know change can be hard, and some people may not or even like doing something new. But this is why it's important to have the key stakeholders, your CEO, the managers, the S&OP coordinator, the demand planners, the sales group, the operations team, finance, all on board. People across the organization need to have a clear understanding of the reason for implementing an S&OP process, what it will look like, and how to execute it. This common understanding can be done through education, hands-on experience, and coaching. Along with doing this, having a well-defined process that guides people towards the end goal is essential. This right now is just setting the stage. Combining the technology with this that can be quickly implemented and seamlessly support change will get your process off to a good start. Through our clearly defined S&OP implementation methodology, the emPPPower program, this is exactly what our team at DBM Systems helps organizations do. We help you to define that end state for an S&OP process, what that will look like for your organization. Then, during this engaging phase, we provide the education and the coaching for people so they know exactly what their roles are going to be throughout the process and provide quick to implement, easy to understand S&OP tools, specifically that 5-section sheet. Now, as you approach the end of that sort of first stage of maturity, you'll begin to shift your focus from people to the process. This stage we've defined as the expanding stage. You're starting to expand the engagement with a larger team and potentially even a broader scope. With S&OP, you'll be running the monthly repeatable process. It will be imperfect, but hopefully it should be improving every month with every iteration. In this stage, people have a clear understanding and ownership of their roles as part of the process and are becoming more comfortable with utilizing the tools to make the process happen. In the emPPPower program, this stage is where the S&OP team is running the cycles of a repeatable and sustainable S&OP process for the defined S&OP family, all on their own. They're demonstrating the ability to execute the process and are using tools to make change happen. During this stage, what's important to help people through the adoption of the process is the coaching that we would provide as part of the emPPPower program. You will also be starting then to expand the process to additional families beyond the initial pilot. Finally, when the team has taken ownership to run the S&OP process, they can begin to move to the final maturity stage. This is the elevating stage. This is where the focus is less on the people and process and more on the tools or technology. What does this look like? Well, typically, this is where your IT team gets more engaged, creating more integrated tools to make the process quicker, provide deeper ongoing insights using analytical tools that identify progress on KPIs. By this time, the team is clear on how you're running the process. So automation and tools are focused in the area that they're needed the most. In the emPPPower program, we provide you the foundational S&OP tools so that when you get to this stage, you have the clarity on what is required to take your process to the next level. You can see that change requires a lot of elements running in sync to make it happen and to do it well. And in order for this to happen, you need to shift the focus in each area until it is well established. Otherwise, you'll be working on everything at once and nothing gets done. So when you start your S&OP process, put the heaviest investment first in your team, the people who will make it happen. Then focus on establishing a clear and repeatable process, and finally supporting the process with easy to integrate S&OP tools. If you want change and a sustainable S&OP process, reach out to us. We can help. We provide education and coaching for your team, a clearly defined process to get you to your final goal, and the S&OP tools to get you started. Contact us to discuss what this can look like for your organization. Thanks for watching today's video. Subscribe to our channel for more on implementing S&OP. You can learn more about how DBM can take your process to the next level by visiting our website, www.dbmsys.com. Thank you and take care.